I got back from my skee-ball league a little while ago, Tiny Cat. And, like, you probably know this about me, but I'm really good at literally everything I do. Which is why Final Fantasy is once again in first place overall. Hello, subscribers and future subscribers. Speaking of first, what's going on, Dagger? And Genevieve B, I see you. And Freg, let's press charge here and load up our save file. Last we left off, I went into the Sky Tower, which really felt like a sky basement, because like I feel like we were going mostly down into the water. It was a tower filled with water. And then I did a bunch of leveling at that level up spot with the giant monsters, but like I finally got Bo to a respectable level, or maybe it's Bow. I should probably start calling him Bow. But let's like put some people in the party here. Joe D and Freg and Alex A. What's going on? How are you? Let's go with my butt kicking party here. Actually, no, let's put Bo in. So let's do Rand. No, I don't need Rand if I got Bo. 2 healers might be redundant. Let's go with Bo, Cat, and either Blue or Nina. Let's go with Blue. She's the snake lady. Yeah, that's a pretty darn good party. And like Bo, even if he's not well leveled up, he still has that shot ability that has a chance to one-shot basically anything, and he can heal, so why not? Wrestling tonight, so I'll be hit or miss. Alex A, what do you mean by that? What do you mean hit or miss? Don't miss when you're trying to hit someone. But when you say wrestling, like, are you in like a league, or is it like a pro wrestling thing, or like an actual like Olympic sport wrestling kind of thing? I don't miss, says Matt L. BS, you missed me a whole lot, which is why you wanted to show up. WWE. Oh, I see you're watching wrestling. Everdread, welcome. Let's fight these Kimotos, I guess. I actually don't really know where I want to go now. Oh, no, wait. I have to find that big tree. Let's do that. But, like, just for some data, let's see how hard Bo can hit these relatively low-level enemies. I wanted him to go there. Okay, if Wolf is hitting for 56... Weird that Bo actually did more damage there. I did not expect that. Well, Cat crunched him with a crit there. That's a tongue twister. Is that Gex from Gex? Freg? This is like the time I went to a luau at Mel Blanc's place. I've never played Gex, but I've seen the video game Donkey videos of Gex, and oh my gosh, that game seems so cringy, but like maybe a little fun. In a bad game kind of way. Anyway, let's warp. Blue has warp. Okay. Actually, let's check the map. Where do I want to warp to? Because I have to go to this large forest. You know what? Let's just take the whale. Ah, it's Ace's Skull 64 in attack mode. Dude is often in attack mode. I feel like that's his default mode. Also, like, what is this enemy? It's just a bunch of little grabby hands. Those hands can never clap. Buggy Fry, welcome. I'm not doing all right tonight. I had a cat named Bandit and my new dog named Rocket. Tried to play with Bandit and accidentally killed him, and I'm heartbroken right now. Holy cow, Buggy Fry, I'm so sorry. Dang, that sounds awful. I wish I knew what to tell you. I'm sorry, buddy is right. Yeah, Alex A. Buggy Fry. I would pour one out for your cat, but instead, I'm gonna take a sip of water in honor of your cat. Yeah, Silver Tongue Saint, welcome. Dang. Just beat Metal Gear Solid 3D. MGS3 for the 3DS Foxhound run on Extreme. No, says Frag. Yeah, that's awful, man. Listen, if you want to talk about him or, like, maybe share some memories of him... I hope this doesn't come across as advertising, but we've got a great community on the Discord, to which there's a link in the video description, and I encourage everyone to join. Oh, I need Spar for this. But yeah, feel free to share some feelings, you know? Sounds like you might need to talk. Not gonna lie, I ditched WWE back in like 2015. Product doesn't do it for me. But IMO, more pro wrestling is always a good thing. Everdread? I see you. Death Bob, what's going on? Ah, yes, the breath's so nice, he made it a lot more than twice. Yeah, how many Breath of Fire games are there? At least 5, right? I took 2 kittens in at one point, says Genevieve B. One passed away from worms, and the other I had for a couple months. Then she ran away. Never saw her again. Genevieve B, are you talking about Kirby? That was the name of that cat, right? Oh, hey, yeah, there's my Discord right there. Was that you joining? I am gonna turn that off, though, so we don't hear the sounds during the stream. Forgot about that. Yes, Kirby and Corn Chip. That's adorable. Grandpa is the best to talk to when I have nothing to do. Oh, right, the whale's name is Grandpa. I forgot about that. Hey, everybody, no pressure or nothing. But, like it says in the chat, if I get any donations, I'm going to do some shoulder shrugs tonight for the shoulder exercises. Wait, what is that over there? Is that a town or just like a house? Had to bolt last night, but what happened to the hair smaller? Joe D, I think Nicholas D timed him out for like 30 minutes, and I don't know if he ever came back. But yeah, there was a weird dude last night that kept saying, ask me small your hair. And at one point I even asked him, but then he kept saying that. LA Knight and CM Punk are my guys. The ladies are all gorgeous too. Haha, says Alex Allen. I'm more of a Vegas Golden Knights kind of guy. Ask me small your hair. Yeah, Jitham Dave, is that like a reference to something? Is that an internet joke? Okay, so I can change party members here if I want. But at one point, this is where we went inside the whale. There was a big earthquake a little while ago, and the cliff crumbled. My friend, Cliff White? W Cave is gone now, but fortunately no one was hurt. Okay, that's cool. Hell yeah, we got the Mammoths in Utah now. Tusks up. Alex A, is there a new NHL team? That I just, like, didn't hear about? I have no idea. Just heard you say some dude was repeating it, and I was trying to be funny. Okay. I thought maybe you were saying it because you were in on, like, the internet meme or something. That I was not privy to. Alright, terrible party here, but let's go with, like, this. Boom! Is Spar, like, ever gonna be good? I actually don't know. Offense 113. Slightly better than Bo. Interesting. He's got a false bow? Why does he have that? Why is that his item? And why are their jewels shining like this? Not Spar, though. Just Bo and Cat. Okay, at least she has some healing. She can warp. She's got cold, though. That's like her only offensive spell. Balance the scales. What's going on? Rogue Effect, I see you as well. Yeah, it was the Utah Hockey Club. Now they're the Mammoths. Heck yeah. Love that for them. Alright, I'll jump on the bandwagon. Alright, let's go into the woods. Ruxo Clown. Hesso, KJ and crew. It's Friday night for me. No work for 2 days. Heck yeah, good for you. Sometimes Monday is people's Friday. Let's try Nitcher here and then shot this H-Crab. Which is obviously a Half-Life reference that this game from 1995 made. Monday is my day off, says Brian W. The flower bloomed. The flower bloomed. Yeah, no, you said that. What did that do, I wonder? Let's try it again. My way to roll. Welcome back. Speaking of rolling my way, I freaking crushed at skee-ball tonight. Spar called out to the green, but no one answered. What's okay? So what does that do, man? Like, we'll never find out. Helmet crabs? They have Viking helmets. Maybe that was it. Hell yeah, ski in the balls. I'll, at one point, figure out how to do the fishing minigame, but, like, I don't care at the moment. Let's walk through the woods, everybody. I want to hear more about skee-ball. Oh, Genevieve B. There was one round where we actually lost and only got 1 point out of a potential 4. But, like, our scores were something like 4-4-3-3, 4-3-1-3. Something like that. My man Dustin Bonk did great. Also, my friend Pete hit a clutch 100. I had a round where I hit 200s in a row. I missed the first and rolled a 10, but then I got 100. Which I think makes it even more devastating to the other teams. Bah. Good hit. What does the C in Sea Bear stand for? Fred Flintstone. Hi, Karma. How are you today? Been a minute since you did Breath of Fire 2, or am I just thinking of BOF 1? So I played this game last night, but before that, there was like a 1 month gap. Well, I guess me and Sean streamed it. But before that, there was a 1 month gap. Yo, Chad P, thank you so much for the cool 50 earlier today. That was very generous and cool of you. How was the pizza and beer, hermano? I actually did have a beer tonight. Usually I am a, like a brown liquor kind of guy. Liquor. But I had a beer. It was great because I was with friends, and thank you so much. And I did have a tiny bit of pizza. That was great as well. Do you have anything you want to ask me? I will ask you, Green. The power of the devil is coming closer. The power of the devil is taking the life away from the trees. As long as the devil is not destroyed, this world will continue to lose life. I guess we gotta destroy the devil, everybody. Hardly Newer is right. What beer? Alex A, I had... Oh, it was just a Pacifico. Not sponsored. But I was like, I'll get the cheap one. So that I can also get something to eat, which I did. Social beers, best beers, yes. I had a beer with my friend Dustin Bonk, who is also the Season 49 Arcadia Portland Skee-Ball champion. You know what? I don't think he's ever been on the channel. I've talked to him so many times about streaming, like, Mario Party or something with me. And he's like, let's do it, and then we never do. This enemy is named Gallop. I have never fought this weird footbird before, huh? And I know that because their health bar shows a question mark. Ouch, 69 damage. Nice, but also stop. Bang, 163 for the kill. Karma, ever have Fresca? Freg, not in like 10 years, I would say. But yes, I am familiar with the product. Imagine just being a head and legs. Joe D? I'm not much more than that. And you know I got some legs. I see you, Alex A. I got wonderful information today, Halloween related. Genevieve B. I'm mostly ears, but also a head and legs. Ew, it doesn't even sound appetizing. Alex A, wait, what are we talking about? A Fresca? I had a beer earlier today that was a Fruity Pebbles sour and it slapped. Everdread? I support Fruity Pebbles in anything. Not a huge fan of sours. I just never liked one, you know? I have one every now and then just to try it again, and I just confirm to myself, oh yeah, I still don't like this. I'm eating cookie dough that was supposed to be dozy dough cookies. My wife's gonna be mad when she finds out. Chad P, I won't tell her. Yeah, so when we went to the Sky Tower, we met with like a literal god who was just a lady that was like, oh yeah, I've been messing with the weather, and that's been like making it so that people can't pass through this valley. I'll stop. And that was it. Shinkujin says, let's go fishing. All right, just for you, I'm gonna try. I don't know how it works, but let's go find some fish. Cyclops. Dang, he got a big old club. And a big old eye. Cat, you defend for some reason. Shot him. 63. Dead. Oh, just one. Never mind. Death up. She also becomes a shaman to merge with your characters. Oh yeah, Straw Hat Brian. I guess I found I feel like I'm overwhelmed in this game. Because there's so much stuff in this game that's like, oh, here's a new mechanic that we won't explain. And I'm like, okay, I guess I have to, it's my responsibility to figure out how this works. But also, like, I also have to figure out where to go and what the heck I'm doing. And I still feel that way about the last 3 mechanics that were introduced. Like, I have to figure those out at some point. And then I'm very, I'm a guy who's, like, easily overwhelmed, you know? So it gets to the point where I'm like, I'm just gonna forget about these entirely and try to advance the plot. Dang! Didn't love that. And I just don't understand why some characters in this game just absolutely suck. Like, why do I get so many party members in this game that, like, they don't have any physical offense or magical offense, and they do nothing else? Well, dang. Good thing I one-shotted that guy. Karma, read the manual. Here's the thing, Freg. I don't know if I have access to that. Did I not buy items before I ventured out into the wild? Well, everyone, let's go back to a town. You know you love it, Karma. The good days of games just telling you to get good. Fred Flintstone, there are some games like that that I really like. Let's go to Capitan. No, let's go to Gunts. Yeah, Spar and Jean will always kind of suck. Unless you use shamans on them, then they can be a little broken. Reminds me of FF8, says Chad P. Like, yeah, adult me can figure out the combat and upgrade system, but as a 12-year-old, might as well be Chinese calculus. Chad P? I get you. Is Chinese calc different from the English one? No, Ruxo Clown, but it's in Chinese. Denton Tucker, what's going on? And yeah, Straw Hat Brian. Welcome, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Cat, pretty dead. Does she get revived if I go to the inn? Gunts sounds like it would be in an old Batman comic when someone gets hit. Yeah, that's like the onomatopoeia that they use. Sako. Fuck. Where the inn is at? Is it this? Here we go. Welcome to the motel. Yeah, they always say it's a motel, but you can't drive up to your motel room here. Biff. Yeah, that was a good one, Alex A. No pets at the inn. Cat stays outside. Fred Flintstone? No. The cat sleeps on my bed. Let's buy some items. Welcome to the item shop. Or, as the British call it, a shop. Alright, let's clean. And then that gives us like so many more item slots. F-Spice! Let's get a couple frisbees. Shop is right, Chad P. Shop P. Shoppy. Clean. Alright, and then I'm just gonna like max out on help bowls. We had some wild ducks that would visit us, and we named them Biff and Bop. Yo, those are great names, Alex A. Oakley, I see you. Welcome. Let's put these in order here. Yo, Doc Mac has been a member for 24 months. That's like 2 whole freaking years on Earth. KarmaJolt, brought to you by Carl's Jr. Yo, I wish I was sponsored, Doc Mac. I guess I am by you. But other than that, not sponsored. Hey, everyone put a doctor in the chat for Doc Mac. His name is Doc Mac, but he's sponsored by Carl's Jr. Alright, let's go to the forest. Cool glasses, says Kid Ray 76. Hey, thank you. I wore these to my skee-ball league tonight. Not sponsored yet. Ruxo Clown? Okay, that's a good call. Someone reached out to me a while back because they own like a gaming shop, and they were like, I want to do something with you, and I'd love to sponsor you. But I'm like not really sure what we can do. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, let's figure something out. And then they didn't reach back out to me about that in particular. But like, I saw their Instagram, and I'm like, ooh, this is like a legit gaming shop with retro games and stuff. And they looked cool. I think they were like, I gotta consult with my wife about it, because, like, she's the business partner, you know? And then they never got back to me. Wendigo Mommy. Potential gaming shop sponsoring KarmaJolt. Would have been cool, but, you know, maybe they'll get back to me someday, I don't know. About the closest thing I've got to a dock. Alex A. Close enough! Bo, hit him with the shot. I'm naming my next dog Gunts, says Joe D. I love that. At least you know you got a fan in him. Oh, sure, yeah, no, and I appreciated the thought. Just here for the shades. Hope you had a good day, Karma. Best wishes. Zipping Lake, I did. Because I did so good at skee-ball league. And hey, thanks for showing up and clicking that like button, everybody. That reminds me, my cat as a kid was named Karma. Chad P, really? That's a great name. 37 damage. Take that. Okay, Spar is hitting for 50, which isn't, like, awful. But, like, when we fight against tough enemies, it is awful. Slammed! He crit me for 23. Dang, he had, like, 1 HP left and he crit me. Talk about core memory unlock. How old were you, Chad P? That sounds like one of those memories that's like way back there in the brain. 4. I've got a dog named Charlie, and he's been honorarily being named for someone. I see, Alex A. When did you get this dog? Oh, then. Yeah, Muppet Mower. The body remembers everything. Sometimes the brain can, too. Ruxo Clown? Yeah, sometimes. Can't remember where I put my stuff, though. Wait a second! It is time for fishing! I do not know how to do this minigame, Robbie L. The line got snapped. Hold on, can I get him again? Oh, that was a tuna. The line got snapped. Well, I could just do it again, right? Like... You caught tuna. Yo, we caught a fish, everybody. Equip LOD/bait and cast equipment. Okay, so... I guess I used my bait. But I love that they say LOD here instead of rod. Can I put gold on it? Sure. We got a fish. Yeah, let's see what the tuna does. Treatment for poison? It's not worth getting. Oh, and obviously I can't go back into the minigame because I caught my fish. Yes, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Alex A? Maybe I can sell that fish to the tune of 3,000 gold or something. Oh, speaking of which... This is an M golem. Never mind. What does the M stand for, you think? Oh, Cat has 32 HP? What happened to her? I was not looking. Hit him with the shot, M golem. And yeah, like always, if we get 50 bucks tonight, I'll do a shot. Why not? Chad P, you behave. Tuna is such a large fish that we get more mercury from it than most others we eat. Yeah, Muppet Mower. Tuna is a big old fish, like 5 to 6 feet long. I like how each character can do different moves on the world map. Such a fun and unique game. Chrono Trigger. You came back, huh? Hey, listen. So the other day you said something that was, in the context of the chat, a little bit weird. Because one of my friends was just talking about how she, as a trans person, could not get healthcare in Texas. And then you immediately followed it up with, Texas sounds like a great place. Would you like to elaborate on what you meant by that? Because it rubbed me the wrong way. And I don't want anyone on this channel to make anyone else uncomfortable. I want all people to be welcome here and feel comfortable. No, I'm good is your response. So it was just like an anti-trans thing is what you said in my chat. Please, please. Elaborate, and do not be a coward about it. No, not at all. So it was just bad timing, or what? Because you don't seem like a bad guy. And I want to like you. But that was kind of weird. Have you read the Dark Tower series, says Alex A. You think I read books? No, I have not, as a matter of fact. After all the shootings recently by trans, they aren't really on my Christmas list anymore. Chad P. It's like less than 1%, though. Like, statistically... And also, like, I feel like saying... How can you say that about shootings and then not feel the same way about, like, white people? You know what I mean? I just heard Texas and said that. I didn't know the reference. Okay, so you just said that, like, way out of context. Chrono Trigger? Okay. In that case, it just seemed like a really unfortunate timing. that you said that. I'll accept that. Yes, my bad. All right, Chrono Trigger, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm Hispanic, Hermano. I feel that way about white people, too. Chad P, all right, that's true, but, like, okay. There has been a lot of talk about, like... It's very reactionary talk, mostly by right-wing pundits, who, to be clear, also say things like that about Hispanic people. But they've been saying lately, like, oh, we need to do something about these trans people who are, you know, responsible for these terrible massacres and murders and shootings. And it's like, okay, well, if you look at the statistics, it's like 80% of the shootings in my country, more like 70, I should say, to be fair. 70 to 80% of the shootings in my country are by white males. And of them, 90% are, like, conservatives, you know? But then the one time there's finally a trans person who committed a crime. Now we've got our scapegoat. Let's get on TV and talk about how terrible they are. I don't buy that, man. Come on. It's like literally, like, in my messed up country, there's gun violence 5 times a week, and you hear about it on the news. And conservatives, they sleep. It's like the Shaquille O'Neal meme, right? They say nothing about it. But then, when one of the shooters is, like, Muslim or something, they get on TV and they let that person have it. Same thing with sex offenders, says Randy M. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason they don't care when it's people from their team, you know, their party. What did I just walk into? Side order? I hate how often I have to get political on this channel. But if I turn into one of those, haha, no politics, please, kind of people, then the bad guys win, you know? And there's way too many of those. Diabolic Native, welcome. Chrono Trigger, I'm glad we talked. Politics and gaming, unfortunately, go hand in hand. Yeah, well, Chad P., literally everything in the world is affected by politics, you know? Just gonna keep spamming till I get acknowledged. No, JWB, that's what we were talking about. Is apparently his comment was just... It was not meant as offensive, but it was just kind of unfortunate timing. Bad timing on my part, Jen. My sincerest apologies. Alex Allen? Damn, we love some freaking accountability on this channel. So I appreciate your apology. I want everyone to get along, but, like, if someone says, I don't like a certain group of people, I'm kicking them out. Senate committee created the ESRB. Randy M? I kind of forgot that existed at all. It's like ratings on games. Kudos, Karma. You handled that well. Thank you, Jay Montagna. Almost every Final Fantasy game talks about corruption in politics. Your channel, your rules. Yeah, Naraku's Demon, you rule too. My politics is typical of Mexican Catholics. I'm a theological monarchist. Christ is king. Chad P., I appreciate that too. I came from a very Catholic family. But, like, unfortunately nowadays, like, there are too many Catholics out there who follow certain politicians rather than Jesus, you know? And it's like, hey, you know this guy is, like, kind of the opposite of Jesus, right? And they're like, no. Bro, WTF, I'm out of here. Wait, Jen, what's the problem? Kyle Kinane did a bit about how Hell's Angels and LGBTQ community rose up in unity against Westboro Baptist. Oh, haven't heard of them in a while. Also, haven't heard of Kyle Kinane in a while. Who is that? A comedian, I assume? Oh, absolutely. I distanced myself from the church because of the idolatry in the church. Yeah. Yeah, no, same. I made it to a town with some pigs. Stay cute. Yeah, does he have like a really dry, like deadpan delivery? I go to a Southern Baptist church now because of the potlucks every week. I mean, sometimes they know how to cook. Yeah, Chrono Trigger, no, I see that you're apologizing, and I appreciate that. Garber. Hardly knew her. This is a random named character, so there's a small chance that this is like a future party member here. Love your content as always. Later. Yo, Randy M, appreciate you. The country is nice. It calms your heart. I grew up in an industrial area with smoke and dust. Hey, blaze up. Mystic 420. Speaking of which, this guy grew up with smoke and dust. Yeah, Zipping Lake, I think I know who that is. Isn't there anything here? Wolf obtains Help Bowl. Hell yeah, Mystic 420. Garber can join your town, says Straw Hat Brian. Okay. Did I already stay at the motel? I don't remember. It's $50. Yo, Scott A! Thank you so much. Giving you props for standing up to people, even those you're not a part of. For people, excuse me, even those you're not a part of. Hey, thank you so much. As a Christian, this is the kind of thing that we should be doing as people. Hey, Scott A. I appreciate you so much. Everyone put the, a big ol' A in the chat for Scott A. Thank you so much for the cool 5 Canadian dollars. And we're doing shoulder shrugs, so I'm doing double reps. That is, according to YouTube, approximately $4 US. You know what? I'll bump it up to 9 reps to go. Cameron Rice. Hey, thank you, Chrono Trigger and Joe D and Alex A and Cameron Rice. Hey, what's going on? Played Silk Song yet, says Mystic 420. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that game. I might take a look at it. Nice. This guy looks like a Rand. We got big bodies, but we're suited for handling pigs, don't you think? I need a demonstration before I can make any sort of judgment about that. If we work hard on the garden, our prayers will be heard. Jay Montagna, I see you. Tempted to drop a hundo just to kill your shoulders. Chad P, I would love that, but you already gave $50, you know? It's your choice, but you've been so generous. If we work hard on the garden, our prayers will be heard. Yo, this guy is religious too. Heave ho. Okay. I will. I've got to go to Saint Namanda. That's just Amanda with an N in front of it. To pray for a good harvest. Namanda. Ah, this job is so boring. I want to go to the city to work. Is there a way I can get into that pen? I'm broke AF or I'd be dropping money. Yo, Alex A, don't even worry about it. Look, if you don't have the money to help me out, which, like, no pressure, just click the like button. That's free. Mage Davey, welcome. Howdy BOF2 tonight. FF1 in the morning. Yes, probably. I will probably play that tomorrow. People from the St. Eva Church have been visiting Daisy a lot lately. I think they're planning to build a church on her property. Speaking of religion, there's nothing in this cupboard. This lady is, like, filling up the tub, I think. You know Daisy, next door, her son left a long time ago. I don't. I love how many times in RPGs you'll stumble upon a remote town with a population of 9, And you'll enter somebody's house and they're like, hey, you know the person next door. No, I don't. I'm not one of the 9 people who lives in this town, and I feel like you should know that. Unless you just got here. My hobbies include guns, computers, and cars, and I have 4 kids. I'm always broke AF. Yeah, Chad P. Any one of those. Me and Genevieve B actually went to an archery range the other day for our anniversary. And, like, that was fun as heck. And, oh my gosh, it seems like an expensive hobby. Jeremiah R., this is one of my favorite games. Hey, thanks for being here. I obtained gold. I feel like maybe I shouldn't take the gold from these people who live in a relatively large cabin in the middle of a secluded town. Wow, that's really cool, says Chrono Trigger. Hey, thanks. Everybody knows it. Wait, Ruxo Clown, I don't know that song. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody calls you friend. No, Sean R., we didn't go back. That was the one I told you about. And welcome. Get out, you worthless rascal. I ain't worthless. I'm pretty good at skee-ball. Oh, my gosh. We got kicked out of a house by this robot? Oh, Daisy. That's what it says in Super Mario Land on Game Boy. Please calm down. We just want to build a church. Shut up. I only believe in Saint Namanda. My religion is right and yours is wrong. Come on, dude. Why would I let you build a church? Dang, what was that thing? Yo, Alex B has been a member for 3 months. That's basically a year. Apparently have the free boop. Has anyone mentioned the game Fumes to you? Alex B, I don't know what you're trying to say on the first part, but also no. A game called Fumes? Speaking of which, Huff. Tell me about it. Everyone put a B in the chat for Alex B. Legend of Zelda games are like, we gotta save the world. Excuse me while I ransack your house for rupees. Uh-huh. Apparently have the free boop. Oh, yeah. I think what you mean by that is, since you're a channel member, you get the free super chat every month that comes with the being a channel member. Gary P2. I'll see you with the B. Speaking of which, I'm gonna grab my phone and maybe text Genevieve B. Because I feel like there was a misunderstanding. Pardon B, everyone. Okay, I'm back. Shinku Jin. We did catch a tuna earlier, by the way. She got here in the middle of when it was kind of resolved. Yeah, Muppet Mower. I think she might have misinterpreted something there. I'm a completionist gamer. I always do side quests. Chad P. Yeah, there are some games that I, like, absolutely love to death, but have never 100% completed. Digging this music. Ruxo Clown. Fred Flintstone has been a member for 5 months. This is a cool feature I didn't even know of. Time to use my powers for evil, muahaha. Yo, everyone put an FF in the chat for Fred Flintstone. Like we're playing Final Fantasy. Welcome to the item shop. What can I do for you today? Oh, there's like a whole area back there that I didn't explore. Hey, Fred Flintstone, and all my other channel members, thank you so much for the support. means a whole bunch to me. Can I go in here now? Okay. I can just go in here. Now that I saw a certain scene happen. Yo, there's a bow and an axe? Wait, can a gifted membership also do a super chat once per month? I'm pretty sure. Straw Hat Brian has been a member for 2 months. This is your heads up that when you go into the cavern, make sure you donate 20 times to Namanda to unlock the Earth Shaman, or else you miss them forever. Also hit the FF for the Fredly Flintstoner. I gotta donate 20 times? That's so many shoulder shrugs. Can I help you with something? Nah, just want to snoop around your house. Is there anything here? Plate! Epictetus said that you suffer more in imagination than in real life. I don't know who that is, and... Tiny Cat, you're causing a cat quake. Gotta go too. Time to make dinner for my boy. See ya, Karma. Alex A, appreciate you. Thanks for showing up. There's nothing that I like more than an empty drawer. Gifted membership doesn't let you send the free super chat? I mean, it's just a channel membership. So I figured maybe. Do I have to do something here with a certain character, perhaps? Why is this grass wiggling? Favorite retro game OSTs? Oh, Wendigo Mommy. I do have to give an honorable mention to Star Fox, because we did recently play Star Fox on the SNES Classic. I hadn't played that game in years. But the soundtrack was, like, awesomer than I remembered. Don't fill your drawers, Karma. I'm off to bed. Buenos noches. Yes. Good night, Chad P. Thank you so much for the donation earlier. Hope everything is okay, says Chrono Trigger. It will be. Sam & Max has some good tunes. Which one, Zipping Lake? I only played the one that was on CD-ROM in, like, 1994. Sam & Max Hit the Road. What was I supposed to do? Chrono Trigger and DKC2 for me. Those are good picks. The Mega Man X games are also really good. Like, every Mega Man has an awesome soundtrack. Dracula X, even though it was just a watered-down version of Rondo of Blood, has an awesome soundtrack. Cliff White. I was just talking about you because someone mentioned a Cliff earlier. Welcome. You have to bring Rand here. Okay, Straw Hat Brian. That's what I was going to try. Especially for moving those rocks. Wasn't Metroid Fusion on the backlog list? Neriku's Demon. For me? Yeah, for sure I'm gonna play that game someday. But I do want to finish the SNES Classic first. Did you see the speedrunner play Mega Man X 1, 2, and 3 at the same time? And get the fastest time? Like a world record, Chrono Trigger? I definitely remember seeing like a tool-assisted speedrun of someone playing Mega Man 1 through 4 using the same set of inputs. Joe Mama. Let's Go is correct. Fusion was my favorite Metroid. Yeah, I heard great things about it. Oh, this is automatic. Okay, so I'm not controlling this. I forgot what Rand's voice is. Hi, I'm home. Ah! Bop with a spoon. What? What are you doing? Another cat quake, by the way. Shut up, you dumb kid. What do you mean, I'm home? Wandering around at your age, where were you? And what were you doing? I went out for work, Mom. Oh, that's his mom? Metroid games are so fun. Love the music. Chrono Trigger, as much as I love Metroid, like, I don't feel like any of them have, like, killer soundtracks, you know? This village and plow the fields. Wait, what did she say? Work, if you want to work, why don't you stay in this village and plow the fields? Now that you're back, I expect you to plow the fields. Oh, we're just, like, witnessing some abuse here. Zeliard42. You guys can help. Go to work. We'll start tomorrow. She's got the same voice as Kat, I guess. Super Metroid soundtrack is goated. Yeah, J Montagna, a lot of people say that, but like, what's a good track from that game? Brinstar. Plow the fields, she says. Cliff White, why is that a lull? Why are you lolling at that? Now, plow and clean up the rugged land right outside of here. Okay. OG Metroid has the best music. The title screen, okay. Kraid's theme, pretty good. Get going. If you work too slow, I won't feed you. Ah. Lower Meridia. Alex B? I'm gonna plow some fields. Let's fight this bush, everyone. Oh, okay. Chop Chop actually did less damage than, like, regular attacking would have, I'm guessing. Why are we fighting this bush? Oh, I gotta fight this stump, too. Rand is in the back row for some reason. 256. That's the highest possible number in existence. Get him, Gene. Yeah, hit him with a crit. 104. The stump did nothing. It's just sitting there. Menacingly. SNES way of cutting the grass is right. Enemy list getting skinny. What that stump do to you? Russell Clown? I don't know. That's a stumper. Maybe someone else would explain it to me. God, I think I'm funny sometimes. I was really hoping you'd add menacingly, Alex B. I was thinking about it. That's why I said it. You did not disappoint. Okay. Stone. I bet this has really high defense. I'm gonna chop. I was right. Would be amazing if they hit a super rare drop here. Muppet Mower? Is that a frog with a toad sticker? Angel? Toad sticker? Damn near killed her. It is some sort of amphibian, and he's French. You mean the guy who's a frog in my party? That's who you're talking about, right? Or are you talking about me? Either way, yes. Stumped. Bro, wind up and crit. He just punched the stump. Zilliard42, I love the Sbass Bear Game Grumps remixes. Forklift Simulator? The big green dude. Yeah, he's... You know, it's never... I don't think it's explicitly stated whether he's a frog or a toad. Yo, S. Golem? Hardly knew him. Let's fight this guy. And hit him with the chop chop. Alright. High physical defense from this guy is what it seems. Which means Gene and Spar will pretty much be able to do nothing here. Because they are bad characters. I mean, Gene's a great character, but he's not strong in any way, is what I'm saying. Well, I guess he knows cold. Let's try some magical spells. My name's Carl, and I punch stumps. Muppet Mower? I should have named him Carl, but I didn't get the chance to name him. Okay, he can do 60 damage there. Cure 1 on Wolf here. More cold. And then I will chop chop. Gary and H, welcome. Funny, it's a giant face. That's true. He knows cold. I'm from Wisconsin. I know cold. Jay Montagna? I'm from Maine. I sort of know cold. Let's cure 2. Let's actually double cure up here. Oh, wait. Oh, he doesn't have cure. Rand does. Golem. Nice. I hate the cold. You keep it. Gary and H, I will. Thank you. This music's good. I'll ruin it by singing over it. You in Maine, has all the foliage begun to change color? Not quite yet, Jody. Or, I don't know, maybe it started and I just didn't notice. I will, go out and get a coffee tomorrow morning and I'll report back. I'm gonna draw Lefrouge. Yo, Angel? Are you an artiste? Starting to see leaves falling. Joe D? This guy should start falling soon. I miss the cold, says Zipping Lake. You can always put on more layers, but can only take off so much before bad things happen. Zipping Lake? Or good things. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I feel like I sleep better when it's cold. Thank you, KarmaJolt. You're a good guy and a good gamer / streamer. Yo, Chrono Trigger, I'm glad we had that talk. Thank you. I think you are a good person as well. Sirefly. I really do love my community, and so thanks for being part of it, everybody. Unless you're not part of it, in which case, what are you doing? Join the community. Show up some more, like and subscribe, and be part of the Discord. Yidwa, howdy, but backwards, says Lord Toast. Speaking of which, let's do those 9 shoulder shrugs. We ready, everybody? Man, I did 194 reps of shoulder shrugs earlier today. So 9 is gonna feel like 12 right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it 9 more, because it looks like Alex B donated 5 Canadian A. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, thank you so much, Alex B. Let me read the donation. Everyone put a B in the chat. Rippin' Corpse says, I forgot to tell my friends you're great. You got plenty of time. But hey, thanks for showing up. Oh, it was 6 Canadian dollars. Oh, I missed it. Since it was missed, Fumes is an early access game on Steam with retro graphics that is very similar to Twisted Metal. That sounds cool. Let me do 2 more reps then. Hey, Alex B, thank you so much. One, 2. All right. I'm shrugging my shoulders like I don't know what you're talking about. Heading out. Yo, Cliff White, thank you so much for showing up and clicking that like button. Everyone put a Cliff in the chat for Cliff White. And before you go, there's Tiny Cat. Yeah. Also, here's a little Kirby that Genevieve B got me from the Crane game at the arcade. Cupid Punch, welcome. All right, so let's say we just did 20 reps there. For Tiny Cat, Cliff White, we would do anything for Tiny Cat. Cliff in the chat, Everdread, thank you. Gotta go, much love, have a good one. Yo, Gary and H, appreciate you too. Now to go play Fumes myself. Alex B, I'll take a look. If I don't forget, I always freaking forget. Like, people tell me about so many cool games, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds really cool. And then I forget to Google it. Oh, why am I regular attacking with Spar? Cold! Yo, look at the footwork there. Obtained 7,000 points of experience. That's not that much, but Spar leveled up. Time to ponder the golem. Yeah, GTFO golem. Anything back here? Didn't look like it. It's weird there isn't an Eiffel Tower emoji. Wait, there's not, Sirefly? That's it, good boy. What? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I'll plant something in the land you plowed. Thanks, Mom. Forgot that was his mom. Jason Har. One of my favorite RPGs for SNES. So many Easter eggs in this game. Really? I found one about how you can run into Bo and Karn from the previous game. In fact, I posted a short about it earlier today. I'm sorry to make you do this. She's so stubborn. Even if we help a little more, I'm sure she'll feel better. Are we getting put to work again today? There's not a wobbly H emoji either. Cupid Punch? Good. I need to come up with more ways to say howdy for when I stop by on stream. Lord Toasts? I bet you can do it. You seem like a creative fellow. Never heard of Fumes, but I really loved all 4 Twisted Metals. I see you, Ruxo Clown, with the clown and the ice cream emoji. Sweet Tooth. Who was your character in Twisted Metal? I always played as Axel, who was just like a dude strapped to 2 wheels like this. Napoleon Mac Bonaparte. Oh, sweet. I love this game. How far in are you? I don't know. I've never played this game before, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, like, my completion percentage or anything. But this is stream number 20, and I usually play for like an hour or 2. So I'm probably like 35-ish hours into the game. That said, I take a lot of time to just like stop and talk to people. And welcome, Napoleon. Ever play Robotrek, Karma? No, I have not, but I've heard great things about it. Dada Dice, welcome. Go west to Namanda and pray for a good harvest. Okay. Was kind of partial to the Crusher guy. Ruxo Clown. So, having said what I said, I played Twisted Metal 1 and a lot of 2 and maybe 3. I don't remember. What's neat about Fumes is you unlock more cars and parts to customize your playstyle. That sounds kind of cool. Wait. So you don't play the games fully one before the next? Muppet Mower, to clarify, I played all the way through Breath of Fire 1. And I'm making my way through Breath of Fire 2, but sometimes I'll put the game down for like a week or two to play some other game, you know? Tail Straw has been a member for 4 months, saying, "A woo!" Yo, everyone put a wolf in the chat for Tail Straw. I haven't played BOF in forever. I keep thinking that this guy will say something different. Wolf. Yeah, or put an Owu. Uwu. You can do bread crown for Lord Toast, since there's no toast emoji. Or it would be crown bread. For all we know, that bread is toast, just very lightly toasted. What I'm supposed to do? Let's go talk to this lady in the field. She's outstanding in her field. That's a LexiWolf joke. Speaking of wolves, Tail Straw with a cool $5 saying, "Oh woo!" Yo, thank you so much, my friend. Everyone put another "oh woo" in the chat. We suddenly got 10 more reps to go. Thank you so much. Tails Straw. Tails Straw. Tail Straw XD. It used to be a 64, right? You changed your name. Do you have any way to stream PS1 games? I do, Ruxo Clown. I have a backwards compatible PS3, and that's how I streamed Metal Gear Solid probably like a year ago. But you bet I'm going to get to more PS games, and then some PS2 games. Speaking of which, we did finish the main quest of Dragon Quest VIII recently. I do want to go back to do some of the post-game content. I'll take care of this land. Go west to... Oh, right. We were going west. Alright, what time is it right now? Okay, we've been streaming for an hour. I can go a little bit longer. Oops. I clicked something I didn't mean to click on my computer. It was always XD. I could have sworn there was a 64 in your name. That's because my eyesight is really bad, or maybe I'm combining two names in my brain. How often do you stream, says Muppet Mower? Almost every day. It is my full-time job now. Yay, Karma. Yo, LexiWolf, we were just talking about wolves, because my man Tail Straw put an "awoo" in the chat multiple times. Welcome, LexiWolf. What was I gonna do? I was gonna go west. Oh, I was gonna save the game before I did that. Sweet. Yeah, Muppet Mower. So, usually I stream, like, late mornings and early afternoons on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I also have a family and a kid, and, like, sometimes I take a break also, so I'm just saying usually that's how I do it. Then in the evenings, I generally am free Mondays when I'm not playing skee-ball, so not Mondays, I guess. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. If you ever saw Tail Straw 64, I'd like to meet him. Me too! Let's continue my journey for a little bit. LexiWolf, glad you could make it. I'm playing this game for you. I'm also just playing it for myself, too, so if you can't make it, that's fine. But I like when you can make it. What time zone you in, says I am JD. Oh, I'm on the Eastern United States, so Eastern Standard Time. Once I found this funny glitch while playing Mario Galaxy where Mario was spinning while I wasn't doing anything to make him do it. Lord Toast? Isn't there a glitch in, like, an old, maybe Mario Galaxy 1, where you can get, like, infinite height from jumping off of Yoshi, then jumping back onto him again? Or, like, you can use his fly ability multiple times? I should put Rand toward the front and Spar in the back. Wait, I am JD, says Joe D. That's true. We're all a little bit JD. A JD is someone who becomes jaded by the Jader. Yoshi is only in Galaxy 2. Okay, yeah, I gotta look it up again, Jay Montagna. I never played the Mario Galaxy games. By the way, did I miss those 60 extra reps? Yeah, LexiWolf, we did. I finished those yesterday. Last night, I should say. I could do them again, I guess. Money. I mean, experience. Those guys don't actually give a lot of exp. Let's, switch the order here. Yeah, Auto usually knows what I want to do. I'm using a pretty bad party, and I don't need to be doing that. But also, like, Spar and Jean are just so underleveled. JD, battle. Should I switch party members here? Tri-Eye? Oh, I love the Tri-Eyes. The guys who, eat all the pizza and tell you which one's the best. Dang it, Genevieve V would love that joke. I wish he was still here. What happened there? Who are your favorite characters so far? Napoleon MacB. I love Cat. I also love Jean, even though he's, like, not strong at all and kind of sucks in battle. He's a funny character. I challenge you to a duel. Joe D, you need gloves to be able to challenge someone to a duel. Ooh, wait a second. Let's go, here. I don't think I have any way to attack the wildlife in these little scenes here. Jean becomes a god when you get the ability to meld. Okay, someone mentioned that. Let's turn into a Forg. Also, let's put Sten in the party. I haven't used him in forever. You need hands too, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, Ruxo Clown, but like, who has Yu-Gi-Oh cards but not gloves? Don't you use Bo's bow to hunt in the wildlife? Scott A, yes, or you can use Cat's stick. Staff, I guess. Cat is goated. Napoleon McBonaparte. Just for you, I'll put her in the party. In the McBona party. God, I'm so funny. Sorry, this is important. As a soon-to-be father, I appreciate the dad jokes. Yo, Napoleon! When's the expected date? Are you excited? Oh yeah, Spar recently got Cure 2, which makes her, like, a usable character. The Yu-Gi-Oh gloves go hard. Wait a second. I am JD donated $5, saying shout out to all the JDs in the house. Yes, everyone put the D's in the chat for the JDs. Hey, thank you so much for the cool 5. And look, there's your name right there on the little ticker thingy. And we're doing double reps today, so that means we got 10 more shoulder shrugs to go. Thank you so much, I am JD. What's the difference between a joke and a dad joke? The joke comes back. Walkman 33, oh my gosh. That doesn't even work, because dad jokes, they make the same jokes all the time, so those jokes are gonna come back too. Plus, my dad has great comebacks. Alright, let's put Sten in the party. I guess, like, Bo is useful just because he can cure and then occasionally he one-shots something. but he's still not as good as, like, someone who's just, like, a good party member, you know what I mean? So, that said, let's put either Kat or Nina in the party. Let's go with Nina. I'm a little bit making it harder for myself here. It wants Bo in the back row? Yeah, I guess so. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Ruxo Clown, I love that joke. That's a Molly M joke right there. I like Nina, says Dotted Dice. Yes, same. And Cat. Maple syrup, says Sirefly. Smoke Firebud, welcome. Breath of Fire 2, I played it when I was 5. It was really trippy. I have to imagine this is a hard one when you're 5. I have a joke that I hesitate to say sometimes because, like, well, you'll hear it. What's brown and rhymes with Snoop? Dr. Dre. That joke got me the first time I heard it. What's black and white and red all over? A newspaper. Yeah, Dude Wars, that joke works so much better out loud. Amazing, says Walkman. Alright, gotta run later. Yo, Muppet Mower, hey, thank you so much for being here. I recognize some things but cannot remember the plot of the game. It'll be like a new game when I play it again. Dotted Dice, I love that for you. Yeah, so I love Metroid Prime and Metal Gear Solid. I realized I did a weird thing with my mouth when I said that. But those are the, like, I will specifically wait like 5 years in between my playthroughs of those games so that the next time I play it, it's not fresh in my mind. And I don't remember all the cool stuff that happens. That said, there's a lot of things about those games that are just unforgettable, you know? Let's try Death on Gallop. And if that doesn't work, maybe Shot will. What do you call a belt entirely made of watches? A waste of time. Jay Montagna? That's kind of good. I think Jackie J would like that one. Yo, we got him. With the one-hit kill there. Yeah, so I mentioned this before, but Bo's ability, Shot, is a kill or miss ability. And by miss, I mean if it doesn't kill, it'll do 1 damage. That said, the instant death abilities in this game, like Death and Shot, do work often enough that sometimes they're worth using. Let's try them here. Let's do Death and Shot. Love this series, says X10 Power. Just beat 3 and 4. Hey, we'll get to those at some point. But hey, welcome. Ruxo Clown, I knew that one too. What's black and white and red all over? A zebra with a rash. Definitely not me. Welcome. Have you played the Phantasy Star series? No, Data Dice. We were talking about the other day that I have Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4 on this like Sega Games collection on the Switch. And so I'll get to those at some point. Stone Cold Steve Austin said, why did KarmaJolt bring a ladder to the bar? Because he heard the drinks were on the house. And he wanted that good karma at full jolt. Hey, welcome. Wish I could remember where I left off in this game, says Smoke Firebud. Let's go see what's in this little hut. Did I make a new town that I could warp to? Make a new town? Sorry, did I make it to a town that that I can warp back to? In other words, can I use the warp spell to go back to that town where Rand's mom lives? IMJD is saying a joke that that my friend LexiWolf in the chat loves, and that I've heard a bunch of times, but I'll hear it again. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field. A horse walks into a bar, and everyone left, realizing the danger of the situation. And then the horse is like, hey, what did I do? Scott A? Onion Fun Dip. What's red and green and spins around and round? A frog in a blender. Dang. You didn't give me a chance to guess. Making me some mac and cheese. Yo, Sammy the T? Heck yeah. Brain Ripper, welcome. Cheese, says Gouda Guy. Were you waiting for someone to mention cheese, or did you happen to show up at that exact moment? Either way, I believe it. Cold Breath of Fire. No, Breath of Ice is more like it. I just arrived, says Gouda Guy. Walkman, I see you. Oh, dang, Nina got bopped there. What happened? I missed it. I guess I could rewind and find out. Oh, they just hit her really hard. 139. Okay. Another good use of the rewind feature is doing the wait, what happened when you're distracted by other stuff. Poor Nina is right. I try not to tell dad jokes, but when I do, he thinks they're really funny. Onion Fun Dip? First of all, great name. Secondly, excellent pivot into a completely different style of joke. KJ, when are you going to show us the pre-wind feature? Any Enigma? As soon as you show up tomorrow. Counterattack. Oh man, these gallops are actually hitting me pretty hard here. Please die. I thought the one would kill him. Go first, please. Ooh, we dodged. Hey, Any Enigma. Welcome, by the way. Everyone put the question marks in the chat for Any Enigma. As I do 20 shoulder shrugs. Good thing I got, like, a ton of life pulls for reviving people. And Bo actually has a decent amount of MP, so, like, he can cure kind of a lot. My dog tried biting the fog, and it missed, Scott A. Nice. I don't believe Gouda's joke about the Swiss. It was full of holes and seemed monsterish. Lexi, I missed it. Mysterious Knight! This is a normal playthrough because I've never played this game, but thank you for asking. And welcome. Joe D? I don't think he does. He wears a collar. Collar? But I don't know her number. Alright, we're doing shoulder shrugs. Let's go. We're doing 20, totally tubular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna back up. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, I just want to see what's in this tent. Push-ups are the best. Yeah, Smoke Firebud. If I had, like, a... In this, like, vertical stream format, though, it's kind of hard to get them on my little webcam, you know? One of the characters can turn into a ball and roll around on the map. Oh yeah, that's Rand. I, like, never use our on-map abilities, and I should. Bo can shoot a bow when we're in one of those, like, hunting scenes. Let's hit this guy with the... You know what? Let's try Death. Because the instant kill spells in this game actually sometimes work. One. Zero. Okay. Because he was defending. Well, in that case... Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe that was unrelated. But let's use Freeze. And keep shotting. Hey, what's up? Small question. Do you feel good or sad about 10 September? Kami? Well, I wasn't a huge fan of the guy, but, like, it sucks that we have so much gun violence in this country. I talked a lot about politics earlier, and I'm a little bit done with it. So let's leave it at that. Great name, says Christopher Smack. Yeah, Smack? Actually an awesome name. A smack is the collective noun for a group of jellyfish. Drico, I have the monkey on my team, and I can't figure out what he does. He's so weak. He's not the best, you know? How heavy are the weights? Jay Montagna, I got 20-pound weights. Maybe I'll graduate someday. Graduate to a higher weight? Wait a second, what is this? This is Namanda, a place dedicated to the god of the earth and crops. And crop tops. So cut that shirt. As long as you don't cheer murder on, that's fine with me. We're all flawed. Yeah, but like, what's you absolutely have to mention, though, is that this guy who was assassinated was okay with you dying. And he was okay with me dying. And he was okay with my kid dying in a shooting. So, like, come on, man. Namanda is the god of earth and crops, the agriculture god. No, he wasn't. That's such a lie. Okay, Drico. I mean, I heard what he said. I heard so often what he said about, like, it's just a necessary part of having our Second Amendment, you know? To pray for a good harvest? I see. Please proceed. To pray for a good harvest? I see. Please proceed. What? Oh, they're praying, obviously, for a good harvest. J-Mac, I see you. Stop trying to get KarmaJolt canceled. Kita, appreciate you. No, I stand by my opinions. That said, like, oh my gosh. Sometimes I just want to play games, you know? Smokefire Bud, that sounds wild. I almost said blood. Whoa, I get to catch a live stream. And for such a gem. Diego M. Welcome. I'm a fan of his. He stood for life. Kami? I don't know how you can say that. Also, he, like, hated black people. It was, like, vile, the things he said out loud, you know? Good kill. No politics during my Breath of Fire 2 stream. I see that all the rest of the day. Yeah, LexiWolf. Now you're talking nonsense. No, I'm not. I mean, he was talking about how, like, some of the smartest women on the freaking planet only got their job because of, like, DEI initiatives, and, like, they took a white person's spot. Come on. Come on. Ooh, it's also training to fight off monsters like this. Yeah. Well, what does the monster think? The monster has no idea what's going on here. No, Kami, like, I understand in context, like, Michelle Obama and, what's her name? Brown Jackson and Joy Reid are like, yes, like we got these opportunities because of, you know, certain like civil rights programs and like DEI initiatives, but like they absolutely proved that they deserved those spots. I mean, we're talking about Harvard graduates here who for some reason would have been overlooked without these programs, you know? We ring this bell when it is time for prayer. Oh, it's almost time. Oh, they're ringing the bell. They're ringing the hell out of that bell. Killing is wrong, regardless of who does it. However, it is not a sin to be relieved or glad that a mortal threat to your existence has been neutralized by its own. Isaiah 49:26. Love that, Ruxel Clown. "20% of the population would also appreciate it if at least 20% of the people they interact with understand them." Kita, I don't know what you're trying to say. Well, I think I get it. I know that sounded weird. Yo, Bed of Fire too? Namanda. Ooh, a Bed of Nails as well. This guy's training under a waterfall. Weren't we just talking about that in Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney? It's the fire from the thing. 20% of JRPGers haven't played this one, says Tetris 4 Mario. Just so you know, the right will defend your right to have an opinion whether it's racist or not. No, they won't. They're banning books about inclusion, and they're banning books about like LGBTQ characters or like black people experiencing racism. The right to life is not supposed to be conditional based on your political beliefs. We're just humans. Okay, I like that, Kami. But like literally I'm seeing like right-wing creators are like going out of their way to call people's employers to say like, hey, this person is like celebrating the death of this person who was assassinated. Meanwhile, they complain about cancel culture. It's not politics to say racism is bad, bigotry is evil. Thank you, Diego. And that we should have intolerance for the intolerant. Diego M, yes. Big difference, bro. Are you... I don't know, Kami. Seems hypocritical of me. Of them. God damn it. I just said seems hypocritical of me. Take that out of context. They were mad about a lesbian kiss in the Buzz Lightyear movie. Not that it was just mid. Clipped, says Wendigo. Ah, you got me. Kami, why are you here? Yeah, Dotted Dice. Look, if you're here for the gaming, I appreciate it. Will you donate 100 coins? Yeah. So I have to do this 20 times. Apparently I have to do this at least 20 times. That's 4. Or else I miss out on like a permanently missable upgrade. 5. 6. 7. 8. I want to watch Karma, but I don't want to if he cheered on a murder. That's all. Kami, okay, that said, I've been saying all along, it's a freaking shame how often gun violence just creeps its way into the people's lives of our country. It's unfortunate, but it's also preventable. And we should, like, do something about it, you know? 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. It's not karma, Pandora's box. What do you mean? 15. 16. Yeah, mental health is how you prevent it. Drico? 17. Okay, then, like, why do conservatives keep cutting funding towards mental health initiatives? I agree that it's at least in part a mental health thing, but in the meantime, like, are we gonna give a mentally unhealthy population guns? Why would we do that? $19. 20. Not to mention all the data shows that it's just the guns, you know? Because, like, every other country in the world, they've got it under control. Why don't we do what they do? That was at least 20 there, you know? Joe Schmo, I think you're right about that. You think where I'm from has it under control in Europe? Kami, I want to say that America is the only country in the world where mass shootings regularly happen. I'm not under any sort of delusion that, like, yeah, we can eliminate all murders. No. We'll never get rid of crime entirely. But man, no other country has it as bad as we do. Like, not by a long shot. I didn't mean to say long shot. That was poorly worded. Switzerland has 26% gun ownership. Yes, Kami, and I love that point. Because everyone in Switzerland, by the way, is required to have training when it comes to firearms. Not to mention their quality of life is just so much better than ours, you know? Chad K, oh my gosh. Dotted dice, stop! Switzerland also has a heavy emphasis in education, and they need proper training. Yes. I think it's a silly thing, in general, to not do something just because it wouldn't 100% fix the problem. Yes! Like, damn, if we can fix it by 20%, that's a lot of lives saved. Exactly, so how do you go from where you are now with gun ownership to where only law-abiding people have them? Exactly like how Australia did it, with gun buyback programs. And stricter regulations. Like, I don't know, the 2A crowd has always had this argument that's like, well, if you put laws, you know, if you make more restrictions on guns, you know, like, if people really want to commit a murder with a gun, they're going to do it. And it's like, okay, first of all, that's just straight up an argument against laws. You're saying that if a criminal really wants to break a law, they're going to do it anyway. So why have laws? So you can punish those people, first of all. Secondly, you understand that in every transaction where you sell a gun, there are at least two parties involved, right? So if someone's going to buy a gun to commit a crime, they probably don't care that they're breaking some sort of law to procure that firearm if they break a law. But the vendor has a vested interest in keeping their business alive. So they don't want to break any laws, right? Because if they get caught, there goes their business and there goes their livelihood. Chrono Trigger? I see, yeah, you use a sword in Magic. I see you, LexiWolf, yeah. You're actually pretty right about this particular topic. Draco, every now and then I get one right, I feel like. Thank you. What happened to the dad jokes? I am JD. Yeah. This stream got pretty political, and I don't love that, but also I don't love that we have to talk about something like this, you know? Like, I wish we had politicians who just, like, made our lives easier and made us safer. But our country is just, like, so screwed that, like, we have to talk about this. Even in dumb, stupid settings like a video gaming YouTube stream. Because if we just, like, blissfully ignore it, then the problem will just blissfully continue, you know? Housing prices in Australia skyrocketed due to crime? How does that make sense, Kami? The more we talk about it, the more crazy people will assume you're praising the killers. No, have not even mentioned the killer, Joe Schmo. Disagree. I feel like that was an opinion that you just made up there. Well, what do you even mean by that? If we disagree, we must debate. Shinku Jin? Then we'll go fishing. Fred F., I see you. Do I still have these 20 shoulder shrugs to go, or did I do those and then forget to update the counter? Oh, nobody has warp. I have smoke! Let's do that. Why does one political party get blamed for one person's actions? Isn't that just inciting more violence? Kevin 11, like... The types of, like, internet forums that right-wing extremists will frequent are a cesspool of hatred and bigotry and, like, SA culture, and they breed violence, right? Now, I'm not saying that it's impossible that other political parties might also have some problems with them. But the statistics have shown that of the shootings in my country, the chances that the shooter aligns with right-wing extreme politics is much greater than any other political affiliation. And, like, obviously I'm not saying all conservatives are bad. But damn, dude, like, I spend all year hearing conservative pundits say stuff like, why don't we just kill all homeless people? Or, like, they just randomly, without evidence, blame problems in the United States on a certain race. Or, like, oh, there was a plane crash, let's blame it on DEI, you know? Rather than, like, maybe we should consider that, you know, like, a lot of government positions and funds were cut that, you know, were related to air traffic safety. But, like, I spend all year hearing one political party say angry stuff about another. And then they expect civility from us when, like, one of theirs gets shot, you know? It's so interesting when people characterize Kirk as respectful, as a person of the people. Yeah, any Enigma, like, I don't know where that comes from. I've seen him on debates. He's also one of yours. Who, Kami? Who are you talking about? Tim Pool explained it and he's a leftist? No, he's not. Tim Pool? First of all, that guy gets paid by Russia. Kirk, he's a human like you and me. True, but that's where the similarities end, Kami, you know? Did you sleep well? Please come again. Pretty hateful thinking, Karma. Joe Schmo, what do you mean? How is anything that I said hateful? I'm not trying to be. Careful on your journey. I did know this was going to happen at some point, you know. It's not. He's baiting. Thank you, Jody. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, Kita, like, I want to talk about Captain Kirk. Charlie Kirk was only human, and that's where the similarities end. How was that hateful? To say that he and I had, like, nothing in common. I don't think anything Karma said is hateful. Thank you, Drico. Drico, I'm realizing now that we have very different politics, but I respect the civility, and thank you. Which Sigourney do you mean is a phrase no one will ever say? Kita, I like that. No, it's okay. We respect your opinion. Kami, thank you. You can totally have it. Thanks for expanding. Hey, appreciate you. That's not civil. To say that we... Talking bad about the dead. Joe Schmo. I feel like you're making a high horse argument. I'm saying I didn't like the guy. It sucks that he was shot. And it sucks that that happens over and over in our country, and we should do something about it. Would like to reiterate that BOF 2 is mid and BOF 3 is elite. Nate Frog, that's what I keep hearing, and I want to get to the third game. Anyway, let's get through this game and these 20 shoulder shrugs. I think I already did these, but let's do 20 more anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright. Alright, everybody. I should go to bed, you know, before this spirals out of my control. Hey, look, whatever your politics are, stay freaking safe out there. Jeez. It's crazy. It's crazy in this country. Or in any country. You might have it worse than me, I don't know. Alright, everybody, I'm going to bed. Thank you so much for watching me play a whole bunch of Breath of Fire 2, and talk way too much about politics. Thanks for sticking with me. I, should sleep. Dang, it's almost 11 o'clock, huh? Joe Schmo says, but I'm glad you condemned the murder. Hey. Alright. We found some common ground. Appreciate you. Wanted to encourage a debate because we should be able to talk across the aisle. Kami? No, that's a good point. And I'm glad we ended on that. That's a great note. Hey, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for clicking that like button. Oh, I can barely speak right now. You know, because I had like a whole beer at skee ball before I came home. But I will stream some FF1 tomorrow. We're playing Final Fantasy 1 on the NES. KarmaJolt, you taught me a lot for when I stream myself. Hey, Chrono Trigger, I'll see you soon. Joe D, you have a good night. Until then, this is KarmaJolt signing off. Tell your friends I'm great. Alex, hey, yeah. That's it. Genuinely, though, like, I have a hard time speaking when I have this stupid eye condition called keratoconus. My eyes are shaped weird. So sometimes that just means it's hard to keep my eyes closed at night, and they will, like, pop open, and I'll end up sleeping unintentionally with my eyes open, and that's been happening a lot lately. When that happens, I end up, like, my eyesight is bad all the next day, and my eyes are in pain, and I have to squint a lot more, which makes my face hurt. Like, I'm using my face muscles more, and it feels, like, sore, right? And then when that happens, it's harder to talk. So there's just this, like, chain of events that happens that makes it very difficult to stream and speak. Kami, I feel like overall that was a good conversation. And thank you. Alright, good night. I'll see ya. Squinting? Smoke fire, bud? Yeah, I have an eye condition called keratoconus. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Duh. Alright, see ya. Wait, one last thing. Nate Frog says, I took a sip of beer for the first time in 2.5 years today. I got married, so I thought I would drink one. Didn't like it like I used to, and gave it away. Wait, you got married tonight, Nate Frog? Yo, hell yeah! Everyone put a frog in the chat. Alright, take it easy, y'all.